Okay, so they're saying R is the universal set. So now we have a universe. And the universal set, this is everything possible. So everything possible in the universe. That's what a universal set is. They'll list that often on these set questions. They're giving us everything possible. And so here's A and here's B. They're pretty big sets. And they want me to list the elements in A overlap B. Okay, so we know how to do that, right? This means the overlap. So let's do that. So the U is the intersection or the overlap. It's because it's a U turned over. That's how I remember it. It's the overlap. U turned over. It's the overlap, the intersection. So let's find out what's in common. It's common to both A and B, right? That's what we're talking about. Underline that a little bit better. So that's what we're talking about. Okay, so let's give it a go. So I'll just start, remember what you do. You just start with set A or B. It doesn't matter. Just start with one. I'll start with A. I'll go 4. No. Oh, yes. Yes. 4 is in common. How about 5? Yes, 5 is in common also. How about 6? Yes, 6 is in common. 7, nope. 7's not down there. 10, nope. So I'm just going down the list for A here. 14, nope. 15, yeah, they're right above each other. 15, 16, yep, right above each other. And 18, yep, right above each other. And that's it. I don't need to check the rest of B because we're looking for stuff in both sets. And so if you've checked all of one set, there couldn't be anything else in both sets, or it would have been in that set. All right, are we good so far? So that's the overlap. Let's come down and do the union. So this one is the union. The union. Unite. Combine. All in A or B. Everything that's in A or B. So I just take all of A is what I do. Let me just write down all of A. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 16, 18. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 16, 18. So I wrote down all of A, and now I'm going to add to it. So again, that's all of A here. Be clear, that's all of A, right? And now I'm going to add to it the other stuff that B has that we haven't already listed. So now I'm going to go on to B. 1, yeah, we need that. That's new. 1, change the color for clarity. So 1. So, and then 3. Yeah, that's new. 4, 5, and 6 we've already got, right? Right here, 4, 5, and 6. 8 and 9 are new. 8 and 9 are new. 15, 16 we've already got right here. 17 is new. 18 we've already got right there. And then 19. So that's the new stuff from B. And there we go. So that's everything in the union, uniting, the combining of A and B. All the elements that are in A or B combined together. That's the union. Are we good to there? Because now we have something new going on. Now they're going to change the game a little bit. They're going to give us this weird little C thing. What's up with the C thing? Well, that means complement. That means, so C, so, well, when they put that little C, it stands for the word complement. And it doesn't mean we're saying a compliment to the set, like you're such a great set or something like that. Sorry, just joking around. It means the opposite. It means the opposite. Kind of like sometimes they'll say about a married couple that they complement each other, meaning that the man's weaknesses, the wife has strengths in those areas. And so they have some opposites which kind of fill each other in nicely. They complement each other. So opposites, that's what it means. So they want us to take the opposite of A union B. Notice down when we get to this last one, the complement is on just the individual letters. So that's a different situation, isn't it? So we can take the complement of a whole set or the complement of an individual letter. So look, the one we're doing right now, the complement is on the entire set. So I've got to take the opposite of the whole set. Whereas when I get down to this part, the complement is just on the A and just on the B separately. So I'm going to take the opposite of just the A first, and then the opposite of just the B. And when I'm all done, overlap them. That's a U turned over. We'll get to that one in a minute, but I want you to see the difference even right now. So, all right. So on the one we're on, we've got to take the complement, the opposite of the whole union. Well, that's actually not too bad because we just did the whole union right here, didn't we? That is the union. So now they're saying, hey, take the opposite of that, please. Take the opposite of that union. Okay, I'll take the opposite of that. What is the opposite of that? Well, it's what's not there, right? So how do you find out what's not there? I would just start at 1 and just count them off. 1, they've already got the 1. I'm just going to cross them off. I cross off things a lot just to make sure I don't miss any. 2, yeah, I don't see a 2 anywhere. So 2 is not up there. So it's part of the opposite. 3, they got it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't see 11. 11 is part of the opposite. 12, I don't see 12. 12 is part of the opposite. Everybody see how I'm doing this? I'm just going right down the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just looking to see, is it already in the union up here? Or is it missing? Is it part of the opposite? So 12, 13, opposite, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Why do I stop at 20? Well, that's the end of the universe on this problem, right? We only go up to 20 because they said that's the whole universe. That's the universal set on this problem. So there is the opposite. That's the opposite of the A union B, this right here. This is the opposite. It's everything not in there. How are we doing? Is that all good? All right. And now we come on down, and this last part is a little more tricky. So we need to do a complement. Just start right there. So that means the opposite of A. It's the complement. Or the opposite of A. So what's the opposite of set A? Let's come on up here. Let's look at set A. And let's take the opposite. So I'm going to go 1 through 20. So 1, 2, and 3 are not there. But they do have 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8 is not there. 9 is not there. 10, they've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, they've got 17, 18, they've got 19, and 20. Good so far. So that's the opposite of A. I just went right down A and took all the opposites. Okay. let's do B complement, right? The opposite. And then when we're done, we'll overlap these two. This is the complement or the opposite of B. So what's the opposite of B? Here we go. 1, they've got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they've got. 7, 8, 9 is in B. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, they've got. 20. So there's the opposite or the complement of B. And now we're ready to finish this question up. So let's do it. So now right here, I am going to do A complement overlap B complement, right? Because that's what they're wanting me to answer on this question. So I found A complement and I found B complement, the opposite of A and the opposite of B. And now I'm going to take the overlap, the intersection. What's in common to both, right? That's what overlap means. What's in common to both. So let's do it. What's in common to both? Well, we just go down the list. Start with 1, nope. 2, yep, they have 2 in common. 3, no. 8, no. 9, no. 11, yep, 11's in common. 12, yep, 12's in common. 13, yep, 13's in common. 17, no. 19, no. 20's in common. Like that. And so there it is, we're done. So do you see the difference then between those last two? So a C is complement, it's opposite. And on this one, we had to take the opposite, the complement of the whole set. So we first looked back to the whole A union B set right here, and then just took the opposite of the whole set. Whereas on the last part, we had the opposite of A, we had to find that first. And then the opposite of B, the complement of B, had to find that. And then we had to overlap them, take what's in common to this set and and put it here. So it's a little different deal. So there we go. By the way, notice something interesting. Do you see how the answers came out the same? 2, 11, 12, 13, 20. 2, 11, 12, 13, 20. See how they're the same? Now, the weird thing, you might say, oh yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Well, careful, look, the symbol switch. See how this was a U and now it's a U turned over? Why did the answers come out the same? Well, it turns out when the complement is on the whole set, it does that, that, and that. It reverses all of them, kind of like in algebra. And this becomes A complement, this flips over, and this becomes B complement. So yeah, if you do the opposite of everything, the opposite of A, the opposite of the symbol, and the opposite of B, you will get the same answer in the end. That's actually an official rule called De Morgan's law. I'm not going to quiz you on that, but anyway, when you study set theory more deeply, obviously they made me study set theory more deeply, so I'm qualified to teach you guys, just like you're studying set theory more deeply than the people you'll teach, so you're well qualified. You go, there's something called De Morgan's law, which is we're not going to go any further with. So there we go.